Stefan! Are you in the gun?
Yeah.
Roll your dice then, bitch! Ah! Connor's gonna be happy.
Oh.
In the voice stylings of our favourite mischief maker, what the hell happened last time?
Okay. This is wild. Now, we were in this very dark place. It was the same dark place we went before. And we were just standing around, minding our own business, and yada yada yada. Now, basically, and this still doesn't understand it whatsoever, but we are looking for something, and the world could end. And it's very bad and it's very important. So everybody was like discussing, and they were like plotting and scheming. Is scheming a word? Scheming is
Yes.
probably a word.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Scheming. And everybody was just doing this. Nadissa, in the meantime, was mostly figuring out, like, if the world ends, right, there'd be no tasty snacks left. Quite problematic. So we found a book, and the book, I actually don't know. Nadissa didn't try to read it. It was very boring. Nadissa did climb a statue, though. Very shiny eyes inside. Nadissa couldn't get them free. Then Nadissa kind of spaced out for a little while, but basically more plotting, more scheming. Then some people were yelling. Nadissa wasn't quite sure what was going on. Then had someone punched, someone kicked. I can't understand. Everybody made friends again, but then Halfia man, then he walked off, and then Nadissa was like, "Well, I wonder where he's going. Maybe he knows of snacks hidden around the corner." So Nadissa went to check it out, of course, investigating like. And then Halfia man is standing in front of this thingy. So Nadissa's like, "Hello," and then he turns around, and boom! Nadissa's air hurt very much, and bright light filled the room. Nadissa felt very weird afterwards, kind of like she couldn't stop shaking. So Nadissa was kind of angry at Halfia Man at this point. So Nadissa maybe did a bad and punched him and headbutted him, and then he fell asleep. Then people yelled at Nadissa for a bit, um, but it seems everybody forgive her because Nadissa is a good girl.
Okay. All very much true. Just doing a thing on the side real quick. Also, don't know why the music stopped. There are no more tracks. Okay, could have sworn that was the full album, but fuck me, I suppose. Hold on. But yeah, it's very concise, beautiful, love it. Hold on. Yeah, it should literally be the entire. Why the fuck is it not playing the? Hold on. Let's try it.
Green.
Why is it? Hmm. none of them working? God damn it. Hold on, get rid of that.
Scarf.
That one's not working for some reason. They're not working for reasons I can't tell. Do, 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 do.
They don't feel like it.
Yeah, no, apparently. Just fuck my existence. Hold on. Work done ye. Work. Okay, so you're gonna play literally anything today? It says it started playing, but I don't hear anything. Does it just not? Is it?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
It's not doing anything.
Oh,
No.
no.
What the fuck is going on?
You diggity dog. All of the music box are going on strike.
Just beatbox. Yes. This is the music now.
Okay, so it's playing something finally after like 7 tries. Okay, yeah. What Nadissa said basically. Hold on a second while I do some other things on the side that I was dealing with. What the fuck was that? Oh, yeah. So, as you were recapping all of that fun, there was some weirdness going on with Halfir, as was noted. He seemed to have been, during his attempt to commune with his deity, something took over his senses amidst that attempt. His mind was no longer his, and he'd attempted to break the seal on whatever that slab was to get to the next layer or release whatever's behind the slab. Whatever it was, does not matter. And as Nadissa attempted to stop, or at least find out what's going on with him, a flash reaction with a lightning bolt arcing from his fingers. Luckily, with the dexterity of Nadissa, she didn't take much harsh damage, but nonetheless, an attack was made, and she made a very quick light work of him and knocked him out. And upon being knocked out, yeah, that was kind of that. You guys noticed along his eye there's now a searing scarring that I do believe you managed to snuff. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Somewhat. I mean, we stopped the burning.
Yeah.
But it's still inside, from what I remember.
Yeah. There's now some kind of weird problem with his iris. And while in this unconscious state being carried about, you guys head towards the murky waters, wanting no more to do with this place, shutting the doors behind you that were necessary and just leaving. As you reach the murky waters, just as you're about to touch the bleakness you see in the distance, with what little light those of you who have dark vision can see, you can just about see the waters are still bleak, and every now and again you'll see little splatters of a blob of black surface and then disappear. The things that you saw coming here are still there. They're still waiting for you. But worse than that, as you're about to reach the water's surface, you all are about to walk in, the fire's gently crackling to your right. You hear as the sound of a wall or something crashes inward from behind you all. You hear it deep inside the temple, but whatever it is was huge. Something has awoken, and you can just about hear kind coming from behind you all. In that same moment, as you guys turn around for a second with the sound of that crumbling, that explosion of a wall clattering onto the brick floor, you also hear the sound of crackling fire spreading ahead of you. As all of a sudden, the roaring of a fire comes out of nowhere ahead of you. Unexplained and unimaginable as it sears the path ahead of you. Everyone make a perception check.
We're supposed to see something because I'm still on the world map.
Same here.
Yes, hold on.
Gosh darn it, God, what do I pray to you for?
Magic.
Bitches. Oh, I do see fire.
Mhm.
Fire! Fire?
Hold on, I don't see shit.
Scroll
Ah,
down.
okay. Yeah. Hold on. I had to zoom out. Okay.
Hello. So yeah,
Actually, I should do that too, but I can't open up my shit.
okay.
I'm gonna reload.
Well,
I reloaded and it opened up. Huh?
it goes without saying though, 22 is pretty fucking good.
Click this. Does it work for you?
Hold on, shit is being slow as fuck.
I can't see, so I assume that Lee was flabbergasted by my amazing work.
Yes.
Uh,
You can at least. Okay. So Connor is the only one. You guys all see ahead of you that there is a fire that's blocking your path, and the odd thing about it, it's along the surface of the water. The bit that confuses you all before I tell you what Connor sees is the scent of it is strong as if it's always been there. Like you can even see pillars of smoke rising up, as if the water is being burnt, but the water's not changing. In the sense of you, Connor, the bit that throws you for a second before you realise is it smells like fire, it smells like actual fire, it looks like fire, and the smoke looks real, and you're even, like, even in the corners of your mouth and the backs of your nose, you can feel the burning, the smoke is getting into your nose, you feel it. But the weird thing is, even with the heat coming from it and burning your skin, as you're looking at it, it looks wrong. It's inexplainable, but you kind of like move your hand forward and there's no change in the wind. The wind isn't billowing in this place. It's still the same as it was. There is no wind. But yet this fire flaps around uncontrolled. And even though you can feel the heat coming from it, the heat has no direction. It's almost like your temperature just increased in reaction to seeing the heat. And the second you realise that sensation and the cracks in what you can only call an illusion, it's almost like the heat itself is false. And you start to not cool down exactly, but it's like the heat isn't as tense anymore. What do you do?
Eric will come to the realization of this, and what were we planning to do anyway, guys? Were we planning to cross by the water where the fire is, or?
I at least noticed the fire last time. Like the fire is new to me, as far as I'm concerned.
The fire is new, I think, to all of us.
Yeah,
Plan is to get the hell out of here. This is new, so this is like
we
This
just
is
got here, I
tiny.
think.
So I'd probably like to try and press on to where it looks like there would be an escape route, if you will.
I've got fire resistance, so I'm good.
This doesn't like the fire. It kind of burns.
Everyone make a constitution check. And I said check.
Okay. Connell, did you explain this thing to all of us? Can we assume that?
I'll just say, as I'm looking towards it, just say this fire doesn't seem real.
What do you mean by not real?
For the current situation, Connor, you
Alright.
can roll with advantage. So roll it one more time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, there we go.
Oh,
So, sorry, carry on. In the same vein, though, I will say, you guys, as you are talking, you are hearing something stomping through the hallway behind you.
We need to move forward. This fire does not seem real. Maybe we should proceed.
So,
Okay, you go first.
after saying all this, now that he's mentioned it, you do see as he's looking forward, like those of you with skin that can turn red, you are currently like cheeks flushed, you are feeling the heat, and then as he mentions this falsehood, you do kind of like think about it for a second, and you notice he's just striding forward now anyway, and you all do still feel the warmth, but there is that inkling of doubt in you. And with that inkling of doubt, suddenly it's not as hot anymore. You still feel something, but it's more like a gentle warmth. And as you look forward, the fire itself, it blankets your vision almost. But as you're moving forward, seeing the flickering, the raging of the fires, it's like it fades almost. You don't feel the heat. The more you realize that falsehood, it kind of stops being anything than bright to you.
great. The fire seems like a much better option than the stomping behind us, so let's book it.
So we all press forward.
I will say for this, because you are being chased, and there's a possibility of you being attacked. Let's have a turn order.
Hold on. Let me just move a little bit.
Already did it.
Gotta be ahead of the game, boys!
Initiative.
Cooking shit.
Fucking shit. Fucking fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an initiative for the thing that's chasing you, but I'm not gonna add it to the initiative, just so you don't know what's following you.
Two.
Okay. So, Cool. You guys can hear very close behind you. The stomping is getting... It's getting along your backs by this point. Barnex.
Yep. So since it is in everyone's minds that this is likely an illusion, seeing as I've got flame resistance, I think I'm just charge ahead and just test whether these flames are genuine.
Make a wisdom check.
Just straight up wisdom, not a wisdom saving throw.
Nope, wisdom check.
This time I'm going to use real dice. There'll be one moment.
Yep.
just by the tone of your voice, I just want to make sure this goes well. Wait, one moment, I set up the camera. There we go. So this is whenever I roll +3.
Okay. So
That's 12.
with everything going on as of the moment, the information you've been given, you're looking forward toward the flames as you, hearing the sounds of the stomping behind you, you don't take a moment to waste. You need to know for certain if this is a safe path or if you guys have to fight. And with everything you've been told and trusting your ally, you rush forward quickly at first. And as you get closer to the flames, at first, you do feel the heat along your scales, and there is that flicker of a second where you think maybe it's real, but I'm the only one who can do this. And as you rush forward, believing in your friend, as you push in towards the start of the flames, you feel nothing. It's like suddenly the heat disappears. The lights are blinding, they're still there. You can still see something, and it is blocking a lot of your vision. But sight's not the problem here. You feel no pain.
So this is not genuine fire.
It is false.
Alright, so I keep on pressing forward and I shout back. And I go, Carrick is right, this isn't real fire. This seems to be some sort of illusion. And just keep on going forward.
Okay.
Just let me see how far I can go.
Yep.
I think I was about here, so... Oh, I need to be up to here, I think. I went way too far ahead. There we go. Then that's my turn.
Just gonna pause the animations for the sake of sanity.
Thank you.
For a moment, I thought my computer froze.
There we go. Make it a little bit easier. So, yeah. Is that where you end your turn? You're not gonna dash or?
No, I haven't said exactly what's chasing us, so I'm gonna keep my key points until then.
Okay. Then Nadissa.
Nadissa does not want to be left behind, and after she literally saw somebody walk through the flames and everything, she's just like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
She'll just run ahead.
He literally like disappears into the flames, and you're just like, whoa.
So I will, sorry. I will use my action to dash.
Yep.
That will go all the way up here. Meow. And then I'll, you know, like a fucking, what are they called? Meerkat? Like a fucking meerkat. I'm like, I'm like, look at my
Meerkat.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Let me just make sure the turn mode is right. Carrick, your turn.
That's new.
Just as a note, I've removed the fire from the map for the sake of sanity, but it is still there visually speaking.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward here. And yeah, I'm gonna be walking somewhat up towards this way, being very cautious and keeping an eye out for anything up ahead and listening to any progression that's being made behind us.
As you say that, as you're walking forward, looking around, trying to keep an eye on everybody, you feel something hit your leg as a sucky boy is a couple of feet away from you, and you see a pseudopod strike into your knee, and you feel it start to burn. You'll take a total of 15 damage, 5 bludgeoning and 10 acid. Are you wearing armor?
I am. What did it use to hit me?
It's pseudopod.
It's a what?
A pseudopod. It's
Means penis.
well, no, but it's limb essentially, like a tendril of ooze, pretty much.
Like a penis.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, and to answer your question, yes, I am wearing armor.
Your armor takes a permanent -1 to its AC. If that AC would ever reach 10, it is destroyed. So, I will apply an unfortunate reduction to it. Although I will say, it's your choice. You can have it be that your shield takes the penalty.
No.
You'd rather your armor?
Yeah.
Okay. Then chainmail. So the plates around your kneecap dissolve away as it strikes, and you feel the singeing burning into your knee.
Wait, did you say you take away one?
Mm-hmm.
It's taken away two.
Ignore it. It'll sort itself out. I don't know why it did that.
Fair enough.
Let me just make sure there's no conflict. Weird. Hold on. Do you, by any chance, have any other bonuses? You've got a defense. That's why.
Yep.
Let me just. There we go. Defense is on, so you're back to your normal, and I can change the actual armor. There we go. I'm assuming it was added into your armor for some reason.
Yeah.
We're on a gentle flat even now. Yeah, that was the pseudopod's held action. So, is that you?
I suppose so.
Did you take your 15 damage?
Now about to.
Okay. You do have your armor feat, so you will take 2 bludgeoning rather than 5.
So how much is that in
Total of 12 damage.
Okay.
Then if that's you,
Yep, that is me.
Sol. You can
Just in time.
just about see the creature ahead, and you saw the kneecap of your ally get burnished. So again, I'm just gonna put this
Okay.
in visual context.
See? An inch closer toward the thing. So I see the this thing.
Yep.
It's the thing from before. Does it look hurt like before? Any singe marks?
It looks pretty big, but it looks thin at the same time. It's like its wispy arms are long, but they're incredibly thin, and the body itself is like a living tornado that's still. It's harmed, for what lack of a better term you can figure for it.
We don't know what that is, right?
What the creature is, or
With
damage?
the creature.
Yeah, you're not too sure. It's some kind of ooze. You know that much.
I see. Well, I didn't like the flames, so I'm gonna, try again with that. Uh, let me just read something real quick. Okay, and I only see one.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay, at the moment I only see one. Therefore, I shall use Chromatic Orb
Okay.
on it. Level 1, let's say Fire.
Okay.
Let's keep the theme going here. 3, 2, 1.
Bu- 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 bu-
Eh? What, that way didn't it? Okay, fine, I'll just roll. Charisma plus spell attack bonus, I guess.
Yes. To hit.
Okay, so that's 5 plus 8.
No, sorry. It'll
Let's
be
roll.
because your charisma is included in your spell attack, so it is just
So
8.
that's okay, so I'll just roll dice. How can I do advanced roller? That's plus 8. And oh, that's a 10.
Oof.
Hold on. Before you say anything,
Okay.
luck,
Okay. Fucking luck.
and I'll do that again
Okay.
because I might as well use it. Okay.
What's the specifics of luck?
I think it's before you say. That's why I told you to stop.
Okay.
You have 3 luck points whenever you make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend 1 of your luck point, but before the outcome is determined.
Okay.
That's why I told you to stop.
Yep.
So I won't hear the outcome.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That hits, of course. 13 damage, and it is not resistant to it. So you.
It's not 13 damage. It's the attack.
Oh, that's
it's
the attack.
3d8.
Sorry. Yeah. No, that hits. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me roll.
So 3d8 fire.
The 8, not plus 8. I wish, but no.
To be fair, you can use the dice thing on the side. Or you can slash. roll 3d8.
Rolling. I am, but finally.
Oof. Okay.
Decent damage.
It's not bad.
Decent.
You conjure the chromatic orb. It forms, billowing its flames, and as you yeet toward the thing, you see it kind of like is squirming around after striking Carrick, and as the bolt smacks into it, you see a lot of the form melts off or drips off. It seems like you struck quite a heavy chord with it, and it seems to like flail for a moment, but it's still active.
So I could safely assume that it hates fire.
It didn't seem to take more damage, but it seemed to not enjoy it at the very least.
Okay. So it just doesn't like getting hit, I see. Like everyone. Good.
Is that you?
Yeah, so I think so, yeah. Not much I can do. Beside that.
Brick, standing behind you all, is gonna throw a dagger at it, 'cause he doesn't really use daggers, so yeet. That'll hit. That doesn't count. The d4 counts as normal. So a bit of 8 damage. Checking a thing. So that's piercing, so that doesn't count. Cool. So as he throws the dagger, you feel the force of it as it goes flying by. It slashes even the wind. And as it pierces into the creature, you see the dagger quickly dissolves, but it seems to like flail a little bit and barely holds onto the dagger before dissolving it. And you see only the handle remains as it splashes into the water. He's not going to risk health here, so he's going to stand behind you guys, but looks behind himself, getting ready for whatever it is, as he draws the battle axe with a hand. and you guys hear the sounds of stomping. And at this point, I'll add it to the initiative, as it is directly behind you all.
Oh no.
And as, let me just double check.
Optimus Prime.
Yep, you guys can just about see it now. Okay. That'll be its turn because it can't see you just yet. The pudding! The pudding's going to slip away as it sinks under the water and seems to disappear. Vanix.
Okay, so since we can all see this approaching thing behind here,
Presumably.
a thing this size, could it squeeze through that doorway?
You see as it's moving through, you're pretty sure it doesn't matter if it can or not. It will make its way through. It is this titan of a golden steel. It is massive. It is specifically a large construct. And
Well,
both,
where did it go?
I don't know, you tell me.
Sorry, I was trying to measure the distance, but just as you were doing it, you got that up. There we go. 40 feet about there. Alright, I'm just gonna try and run up to there. I'm gonna draw my sword, ready to channel it with energy should I have to as I run up to that area here.
Okay.
I'm still keeping an eye out in case that thing emerges from the sludge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hold my action in case it attacks.
Nidissa. Nidissa, make a perception check.
This will make a perception check.
Oh,
Now, before you answer anything, I want to know if it's Optimus Prime that's chasing us.
no, it's Megatron, it's even worse.
Fuck!
Nidissa,
Alright.
you...
Yes.
To be fair, I should have asked for a survival check, but considering that result, I'm glad I asked. You, as you're running along, looking toward the flames, there's almost like a phantom memory. As you're looking toward the flames, suddenly something flicks within you, and there's this moment where you can see the image of your village on fire. And as you're thinking of that, you're paralyzed in the spot for a moment, and then you blink and you flick back out of it, and you look forward and you can see through the fire again. But as well, there's this weird thing where as you look over yourself, you see all of your spines have stood to attention. Right now, there's more danger here than you can see. And as you look towards this large mechanical thing, your ears perk a little bit as its footsteps are not the only footsteps you can hear. As you can hear it 2 more sets ahead of you all, through the fires. No one else can hear it just yet. With your innate survival instincts as a more animalistic humanoid, there is immense amounts of fear, but also the need to protect your brood, your family that you've found in this place. Firstly, what's the first thing Nidissa does to realizing the danger that awaits?
Well, this is quite simplistic in nature. I believe if she'd want to protect someone, she'd just want to go do that. She's not very forward thinking. So, for example, I probably think she'd do something like this, if she knows that it's coming from in front of her, and if her sense of, well, need to protect, or at least like need to not want to lose something, is greater than the fear that she harbors from whatever the fuck this is that she doesn't know what is, she'd probably run ahead, like over here, and like stand to attention, and she'd just like shout maybe, "Watch out!" And, yeah, and like assume a defensive posture. She wouldn't necessarily say, "I hear footsteps," or
Yeah.
something like that.
You would just act. Okay. As you say that, in the same few seconds, at the skirting ends of your vision, you see a large mechanical creature stomping forward, looking through the flames. You see its eyes immediately turn toward you, and with your prepared stance as you look forward, you see this thing with a similar sense of mindset. It is just a thing. It doesn't have survival instincts. It doesn't have interest outside of what it just knows is its truth, what it must do. You also know what you must do, and if it's to fight this thing, then absolutely. The thing is, as the moment as well, you can still hear the other set of footprints in the distance. But as you set forward, you lock your vision ahead as this thing comes into view. Is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
Carrick.
Hello.
Your turn.
So. That's 9. So, if I'm to get this correct, we have a golem monstrosity in the form of a golem here, and we have a monstrosity of a golem over there. Well, somewhere over there. Is that right in saying?
That you guys are aware of, yeah? Possibly more.
Yippee. Well, for the time being, and I mean for the time being, would have Nadissa made it quite obvious that they've done something.
It would have been what
I'll take
Nadissa
that.
said. It's as concise as she would be in the moment. Are you moving forward?
I guess like Mom came in.
Ah, right. Well, Saul, you're in the same vein of order. What do you want to do?
I have returned.
Hello, returned.
Hello. Yeah, and to answer your question while I was muted, yeah, I'm going to be moving forward.
Next to Varnix.
Yep. There's not really anything else I can really do anyway, so that'll be me.
Okay. Sol?
Yeah. Ooh, I am behind everyone. Hold on. I don't like that. Okay. Do this first, and then I have like additional 5 feet. I don't see anything else, right?
You will see what you see.
I don't see shit, so let's move another 30 feet at least. At most, I guess. Let's move next to Nedissa. Thank you.
Figured why not.
And I'll... That's it.
Okay. Doing a thing real quick. Cool. As Brick starts charging along at first through that point, what is essentially during the shared time, he then will dash a little bit further. He'll go over here, next to Carrick. And as he's running along, holding Halfir on his back, you see as he's like being rocked back and forth, Halfir slowly wakes up. His scorched eye remains closed, almost seared shut. As his left one flickers, his hand raises and touches the burnished eye, and he seems to hesitate as he touches it. And as he slowly wakes up, looks around, his body is weirdly slow to respond. Most of you are looking forward and running, and so you don't really see a majority of this, but for the sake of clarity. And as he's looking at his hand, which the tips of his fingers still have blackened marks from casting his spell, he looks around in a haze of confusion, with the fires all around you all as of the moment, which, as you look ahead toward the construct, is clear. And as he looks around, he closes his hand very slowly, and that's just going to be that for now. So, from behind you all, by the doorway, you guys hear as the creature smashes through the entryway, blocking its path with more than likely no resistance. And then you hear the heavy set footfalls on the stone behind you as it gets closer. And the one ahead of you, seeing you all within range. And let me just be slightly sinister and check through your vision real quick as this happens. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. As this comes stomping forward, this large this large creature, its body gently emitting little plumes of steam from these vats across its body every now and again. You see as it's stomping forward, you're hearing it splashing gently into the water, but every now and again as its foot hits the ground, you just hear a gentle thud as it's coming closer toward you. As it's moving toward you, as its sights get set upon you, it charges. And it's going to slam its fist down twice toward you,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna hurt. So one and two. Okay, maybe not so bad. So, as its fist comes roiling down towards you, with the first one, since you, I mean, it comes into view regardless. The first one is a 17 to hit. You take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As it swings it forward, you see as it starts to emit quite a lot more steam from the vats at its sides, as it seems to ignite its fist for a second. It's like it's a force of energy is being shunted through the fist as it strikes toward you and slams into you, pushes you into the water, and you very quickly hold your nose and close your mouth as you feel the fist pound you into the ground. As it recoils backwards, it can't see you as well, and as it goes for its next strike, the fist is still at the same intensity and strength, and as it slams, it misses you by a couple of inches as it slams the ground next to you with this force of what would have been 23 bludgeoning damage.
20 how much?
It would have been 23 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus, no, it would have been down.
And you see as it strikes the ground next to you, there's a sudden plume of steam that's starting to emit out as its turn comes to an end. Just looking at things real quick. Cool. So that's that one's turn. However, the other one still has to move. You guys hear in the distance the sounds of gentle thudding. Varnix. You presumably can see the creature in front of you.
Oh, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me one moment. Just looking through my character sheets. Let's see.
You're also
Okay,
aware
so-
of the one behind you, thanks to the light being emitted.
Mm-hmm. So these things clearly look mechanical. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay then.
They're, from what you can tell, just by the sheer outside, there are constructs.
Okay, so given the size of it,
Large.
like the monk that I am,
Mhm.
I've got my sword in hand. So, seeing that the one in front tried to attack Sol, I run up. Is clearly, yeah, it is definitely within my range. So I'm gonna run up to it
Run into it?
as it's, yeah, I'm running into it as its fist was in the ground. I'm gonna jump onto its wrists
Okay.
and jump onto his wrist, then up to his shoulders, and then up to his neck, and slash its neck with my sword, as I spend a key point and imbue with lightning energy in the hopes it could short circuit it or anything like that.
Okay. Make your attack as normal.
Guys, what do we think? Digital dice or real dice?
I love real dice.
Do it.
Alright, so let me get my camera all set up. I'm just gonna roll digital to get all the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna roll the d24 whether it hits or not.
Yep.
Watch as I roll like a 20 or something.
Do it.
Oh, piss. Alright, let me get my camera all set up.
You'll have to roll your d4 anyway. 15. Okay.
15 plus, let me see, 15 plus 4, 5,
Plus 1,
15
plus
plus
3.
8. 15 plus
Nice.
8. Yeah, I rolled more. Real dice for the win.
So 23 to hit. That hits, of course. So,
Just let me roll the d4 as well.
as you rush up, as it's slowly recoiling its arm back, and leap up onto its
The dice
hands.
curse is gone. The
Hey,
dice
hey,
curse
hey,
is
hey,
gone.
hey, hey, don't say shit just yet. Do not ignite its fury. We've been there. We're over it. pretend like nothing ever happened. It'll come back. Trust me. So yeah, you absolutely leap up onto it as you rush up toward the neck, swing, and as you smash into the neck with your sword, you see as the lightning arcs around its body as if it's not there. It is immune to lightning. As for the blade itself, because of what it's made of, it's technically a magical weapon in this instance. So, you will still deal damage with your normal weapon. So, 7 slashing. Because as your blade strikes it, you notice it cleaves a small, what's almost like a scratch along the neck, but enough that you see a tiny little billow of steam come out of it for a second. Is that you?
Could I see if the lightning would have had an effect on it, since it appears to be some sort of machine?
By the look of it, it just seems like maybe it's because of whatever metal it was made of, but it seems to ignore the lightning. The lightning literally just arced around it and just faded. Whatever it's made of, it seems to just not care for lightning.
Okay then. So, considering my attack, I was hoping that the momentum could help me carry over towards here, since I jumped from his leg to his arm to slash in his neck.
Make a dexterity check. If it fails, it will take an attack of opportunity against you. If it succeeds, you just bounce off, no problem.
Absolutely. Alright, here we go, digital dice. Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll say that's good enough. So, as you strike it, slashing against it, with the quick rush, the jump up, as you swipe its neck, you kick off of its head, backflip 10 feet away. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Medusa.
I will. I will run up here. I will first use my action to do an unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will use. Wait, I should. Well, I clicked the wrong one, but that doesn't matter. Then I will use a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Ooh. Okay. Roll damage for your last 2. The first one misses, or well, hits but doesn't hurt it. As you punch, it's like you're hitting a brick wall, and then you realise you've got to hit harder. And as you swing your second, I will inform you because the third attack would be problematic to accept otherwise. The creature is immune to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. So as your second attack swings, you feel the force of your kick strikes through, but nothing happens. The steel is still flawless. There are no scratches, no nothing.
Okay.
Do you continue your other unarmed? Your nat 20 unarmed?
Well, do I know that it?
I would say even like with the funny joke that Nithissa doesn't know much, you would be fully aware that this thing is, it doesn't seem to be affected as you hit it. You know your own strength, and you would know that you'd be hurting this thing, but it's not working.
Okay, in that case, I think I would like to recon, if I may, and I will still use a key point.
Yep.
Wait, actually, to make sure. There. Yep. Yeah, and then I'll use that key point just to summon my spectral arms instead.
Okay. So just before everything else, because the knowledge of its resistance only comes from you hitting it and it not working. In terms of how, like, rules wise, this would work is your 14 would be you not hitting it hard enough. Your 20 would be you realizing, oh, this thing just doesn't get hurt from this. Which, far as I'm aware, if you attack someone as an action, you can do so as a bonus action as well. How does summoning your arms work? What does it require?
It's a bonus action. It requires a bonus action and a key point. Basically.
I'll say for
it's a bonus action, 1 key point to summon the astral arms.
okay. I'll say for the sake of not being mean then, or like totally mean anyway, is you can still summon your astral arms, but your attacks have already gone through.
Oh yeah.
Is that you?
That is. I didn't know this. I don't know how you want to do this, given how we've just played this out. But apparently, when you summon the arms of the astral self, when you do so, each creature of your choice that you can see within 10 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take force damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? Dexterity?
It's a dexterity, yes.
Yeah, it fails.
My martial arts is a DA. It's a D6. Yeah, I see just a D6.
So roll, 2d6. Oh, that is.
I take what I can get.
Yeah. Is it force damage?
It is force.
Okay. So that it doesn't resist. Most things don't. As they appear very quickly, as the fists appear, they both strike out. The creature is like, it's being annoyed, for lack of a better word, by Varnix's attack, and it stumbles forward for a second and just misses most of the strike, but you still just about manage to leave what looks to be like indentations almost. Is that you?
That is me. That I can do nothing more.
Okay. Carrick, as it comes around to your turn, you see as Halfir, you can see and you can kind of hear him mumbling under his breath. You can see his right eye is closed and he's holding his hand up, and you can see this energy gathering in the center of his palm. Looks like some kind of sickly green energy. And you can see the flakes of skin around the back of his hand starting to peel off slowly. Do you do anything? Gunnaru?
Hello. Instrument.
By this point, are we trying to fight these things, or are we just trying to get past it?
It's really up to you guys. At the minute, regardless, they're fighting you. And again, to reiterate an earlier problem, you guys don't know where the exit is to this place. When you came here, there was a giant wall behind you.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to move over here, ready for you. And I'm going to say, even though we came through here by magical means, I think it might be wise we either try to make an exit or try looking for another one.
Do you do anything about Halfir?
Well, says he's only just woken up, hasn't he?
Yeah. But you can see he's conjuring something.
I'm going to leave Halfir to do Halfir things, and if it turns out to be the worst case scenario, then I'll deal with that problem when it arises.
Okay.
That would be me.
So,
Do we run or fight? What's the plan here?
as you,
Looking at the two monks.
what do you say, you two?
Fight to the death. Hell no,
We
let's GTFO.
Yeah, okay, good. That's what I've been thinking. Because we can deal with two of them, so let's just...
But can we get out of here considering how we got in?
I have to try, I guess. It's not like we have any other choice. Okay. Action, disengage.
Yep.
Can I do that?
Yeah?
I'm gonna do what's called the pulse sorcerer move. Can you mark it? Just put
Yes.
a little dot or something?
Done.
Yeah. Oh, that's a wall. I didn't see the wall. Sure. I already moved this far. And no. I don't know. Because I'm afraid that if I go over there, it's gonna chase me. And I don't want that since it's painful. Wait, the wall high? How high is it?
The wall itself. Hold on. I have notes here somewhere. The wall itself goes up 100 feet. And looking up at it, looking at the top, the roof itself goes up about another 40 feet. You can't see any like monuments or like hangovers. There looks to be like some kind of dead tree's branch slightly hanging over, but you're not 1,000% sure of that as the lighting isn't that good.
Fuck. Okay, can I just, instead of using my action to disengage, let's just say I misty stepped over here?
Okay.
Okay. So I can still use my action to use, and I only see him, right? What's the block? Never mind. I'm not going to ask a stupid question. Lightning didn't work. I don't think thunder could, but since it's a construct, I'm going to chromatic orb acid him.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll hit. What was it again? It was
Plus
roll
+8, I believe.
20 plus 8. Yes.
That hits, of
Oh.
course.
Okay. Slash roll 3d8 acid.
Okay. Some unfortunate damage. It does take full damage. It is not resistant. As the acid strikes it, you see some parts of the armor that are currently getting hotter, and you see the steam that's pouring out of it almost as you throw the chromatic orb at it, and it bursts the acid across its body. Little bits of it start to burn away. Is that you?
Yes.
Brick is pretty much just going to follow you. He's going to run. He'll come just behind you, and Halfir, as he's running with Halfir, you see as Halfir is like twirling some kind of magic in his fingers, and he's conjuring something. and he's barely conscious as his only open eye keeps flickering too, and his hand falls a little, and the magic's still being cast, and then he kind of slowly raises his hand, even as he slowly dips from consciousness, and he continues casting something. Varnix, you hear telepathically from Halfir, or you think it's him, as you looking over towards the large creature, as you jump back and everyone's running around you. You kind of turn back, checking on Brick and Halfir, and as they're running by, you can see Halfir's mouth is moving, and at the same moment as his mouth is moving, you hear this voice in your head, and you hear, "Call on the Sphinx."
Call on the Sphinx.
Mm-hmm. And you see he's like twirling this green energy around in his hands, between his fingers, and the skin shredding off the back of his hand slowly. And you notice he is seemingly giving life force for this. He isn't just using an ability that shreds parts of his skin off and it's just like these little flakes of dead skin. You are seeing like pieces of his skin peeling off of the back of his hand, and bloody parts are being left in their wake. He is doing something that no spellcaster is allowed to do without grave repercussion. He is casting a spell above his level. You're not too sure what, but he's doing it. And
Ow.
good question.
Hmm.
Seemingly,
Mhm.
you've caught tailwind of some kind of capability he's unlocked, and he's speaking to you telepathically right now. It may or may not be intended, you're not too sure, but regardless, he says that to you mentally, and you see as that energy is being pulled around his fingertips as he's fading in and out of consciousness. In this quick in-between thing, what do you do, or what do you say? You have a couple of seconds to say something.
Me?
Yes.
Alright, I go. How the fuck do I do that?
You get no response.
I've got an idea. But again, I have no clue, so I'm just gonna wing it when it comes to my turn.
Okay. In the meanwhile, let me just check something real quick. Okay. Their turn. This one is going to attack the closest one near, which, unfortunately, is everyone's favourite porcupine. As it looks down toward you, you see the steam pouring out of it, the fists that, in around where the knuckles would be, you see that they're turning these bright orange and red, as heat is seemingly being poured through the body into the fists. It's getting stronger. It's going to make 2 slam attacks on you.
Boom, boom, boom.
The first one absolutely misses with a 13. As it swings down toward you, you leap up, dodging the fists as you land on the wrist. As it swings you out of the way, it smashes toward you with a punch. The second fist, as it strikes toward you. You are going to take 13 bludgeoning damage, but also you are going to take this in fire damage. A total of 25 damage.
That is exactly one more than I have.
Okay. As you leap up after dodging the first, with this swiftness, almost like a bullet, the fist flies towards you. As it strikes into you, you throw your arms up to protect yourself. And as the fists connect, the burning singes your flesh, and you are knocked several feet backwards into the water. You float for a couple of seconds unconscious in the water, and then your body slowly submerges as you are knocked unconscious into the water below. Then at that same moment, the large extra machine comes stomping along, as does the one behind you all, as they begin to cordon you all off. In a, we'll call it strange twist of events, a familiar set of creatures arise, but not as your enemies. As they appear and they begin trying to lash at the machines in a pseudo-territorial style, they begin striking at the creatures, and you see as the metals are being struck and the pseudopods are burning their frames, you see that their armor too is being melted. The one at the top here managed to avoid an attack from this much larger, much thicker entity that seems to be the one that had fought you all after jumping down at Sol. Whereas the other two are much smaller and very tiny little thin things. They do still manage to hit and drain some of the defenses from the creatures. Vonix, you are in sight enough that you can kind of see the body of Nidissa go flying and smash into the water, and you don't see her come back up.
Okay, so the Sphinx's name, if I remember right, was Solomon.
It was.
Okay, so given Halfay's instructions, and I have no clue what he means, I don't have the gem that was left, so I'm just gonna give it a go. I just scream out the top of my lungs, Solomon, we could use your aid, and hope that summons it or does something.
Okay. So, as you say that, as you say Solomon, there's this weird numbness that goes around your throat for a moment, and it would almost distract you if the situation were not dire. And as you declare the sentence outward, it's almost like a roar and echo bellows from you and hits the walls, and you hear the words bouncing across this large cave, and then it disappears off into the distance. What do you do with the rest of your turn, as you're not sure if your words are heeded or not?
I take a moment, just look back at Halfay.
You see his hand has fallen forward, and he's unconscious again. He's seemingly stopped casting his spell, whatever it was.
Well, Varnix thinks to himself, well, I've done all I can do. So I hold my sword in hand and just move slightly more to where we came from. Because right now the best course of action would be to head back where we came.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to hold my action in case these things come towards where we are, since they appear to be distracted by the sludge monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be my turn. So I'm just waiting for the rest of us to come back, to come join the rest of us, and we continue to escape where we came from.
Okay.
And oh Jesus Christ!
Yep.
I
I just
see it. What
I
am
just
doing?
noticed this. Did the others know about this one?
Yeah.
What? No?
There's a as I'm slowly sidestepping, I just yell to the others, "Oh shit! There's a third!"
Okay. Then if that's you, Nadissa.
Yeah, that's me.
Hello.
Nadissa, as you are slipping gently into the quiet, slowly drowning, your eyes still barely flittered open, but there's this numbness running across your face and darkness coming around the edges of your eyes as you're falling into the water. As it slowly envelops you, you still see the flashing of that bright light of fire in front of you. As your eyes slowly begin to close, you see within the fire what looks to be something large, elongated, with several tendrils. The creature itself looks to be the source of the fire, and it's looking down directly at you. No one else seems to be aware of it, and it's moving as if it's making these flapping motions as if it's flying almost, but it's doing it incredibly slowly, and as it looks down toward you, the face kind of like twists. The smile turns into this grim row of teeth. It has a fish-like look about it. And you hear, "This does not have to be your end, little flower. You could live. I could allow you to touch the fires, to claim them. I could help you live and get free of this place. I could give you a few more moments of life. Give yourself to the flames. Be the flicker of fire that your little druid friend could not tame. Allow me in. Let the fire take hold. Only a small burn, and I will let you live for but a moment more. You may save your friends with my fires. These things you see, these machines, they were meant to cage me. I will incinerate them. All you have to do is agree to my burn. Do you agree to my fires, little one? Will you let them burn the last embers of your life to save those around you? Or will you give in? Will you become simple smoulders, pathetic and useless at the end of your life? Nevertheless, I will enjoy watching you burnish the remainders of your life. The figure does not get any closer. It remains floating in the air above you. However, you do see the creature in its wholeness. And I'll show it to everyone, for now. Pentabrish, the abhorrent flame. As it appears in that frame, you see its maw of teeth on the outside, but you also see several more layers on the inside. The creature itself is not physically present. It is appearing to you in your dying moments as an image. And in your last moments, I will allow you an insight check, or any other such check that you wish to perform, to determine what might happen, or if this creature is really here, or anything that you choose.
I would like to do an insight check, specifically to the promise it made on defeating the golems or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to focus on that power it promised.
Okay. Roll. So, in what I would call a not too surprising bout of insightfulness. During her life, she has, we wouldn't really call it sheltered. You wouldn't have been sheltered per se. You've lived life the way that your clan would have dictated. You've lived as you've been required until you had to branch out for whichever the reasons were. The life you've lived since branching out has been interesting. You've experienced many different types of people, and most of them have been tricky. Some of them you haven't seen, others you've kind of had that idea of, maybe I should walk away from this just out of instinct. And in some other cases you've just punched someone because maybe they started something, and that's just your instinct. Right now, you are getting a strange, deeper insight that in your possibly last moments, every fibre of your being believes this creature to be a liar. Except, weirdly, it doesn't feel like it's lying to you. It really wants to see fire. It wants you to burn. With the check, unfortunately, you don't know unless you asked or the conversation continued on long enough to get that information. You don't know if taking this power unleashes it in some way, or if it just will really hurt you. But at the very least, it goes without saying, you're aware that if you take whatever this bargain is, you're gonna burn. You might even die. What do you want to do?
Well, well, this is
Just as a note, you can spend a couple rounds doing death saves if you want to.
oh yeah, I could do that. But yeah, I will spend one round. I have something I actually want to do on that. That's actually pretty good. Oh wait, no, actually, wait, that depends. Actually, whether or not you'll allow me to use my inspiration.
Yeah,
Roll.
absolutely.
Then I
So
will.
roll again with advantage.
That was a little high.
It's a little higher. I mean, unfortunately, it's more or less the same. The only extra thing I'll say is, judging by the creature's general demeanour, you are not the key to it breaking free, but something, whatever this thing is it gives you, might be something close enough. At the very least, you know you came here with Halfir for his mission. This place has reacted to him the entire time. Whether or not whatever it gives you is something it needs to be free is beyond you. But again, it's the same thing otherwise.
Yes, I think I'll do a death save.
That's success, of course. As you're slipping, you remain silent for the moment as you're slowly sinking. Carrick.
Hello.
Have your final turn before you go to bed. We'll continue for one round more because stuff might happen. But in the case of Connor, he's getting very, 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 very sleepy. So,
Yeah, I'm really struggling.
what do you want to do, my dude?
I want to try and be able to get to where Nadissa went down and pick her up.
Okay, move over, make a medicine check. Just trying to think of things real quick. Yeah, make a medicine check.
Okay. No, good.
Okay. Nadissa is stabilized. You pull her up out of the water. You very quickly do chest compressions. You see that the fire, the burns across her body have already been luckily doused by the water. She starts to take subtle breaths, but the eyes remain closed. And
Well, picking her up is going to be my secondary thing anyway.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and weasel my way around to avoid, to make use of the chaos that's going on with the slimes and the golems, and try and bypass all of that and try and run to a free bit of space. And preferably follow the others.
Show me your path, if you would be so kind.
Probably either this way or wherever the group goes, really.
Mhm.
Because I can't fit into here without getting
Punched a lot.
attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. Show me your 60 feet range again, sorry. I'm assuming you're dashing. Oh, well, actually, no, sorry. To be more specific, medicine check would have been an action.
Yeah. I went for my
Future.
turn after that of where I would be going.
Where would you like to go for now?
I've used my 30 feet, so I've used all my movement.
Ah, okay. Then you pick her up. Is that your turn?
Yep, that would be my...
Then Sol. You hear the sound of the splashing all around you, the creatures thumping their large steps, the pseudopods striking at them. What do you want to do?
I can't see shit.
You cannot.
I cannot, but you know what I can see? A big ass arrow.
Alright. I'm off, guys. Have a good rest of the night.
And you,
Yeah.
dude?
Good night, Gunner.
Good night.
Good night.
So what do you?
So it can be with
What do you do?
stuff for today?
No, we'll continue until the end of this round because stuff.
I see. Okay. Can you move the thing? Because still see the arrow you measured for brick.
I can't. I don't see anything. I can't move it either.
Let me refresh. Hold on. Can't see anything.
Was it orange by any chance?
It was red.
Oh. Very weird.
Yeah, it's probably a bug. Ah, that's all.
There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, what would you like to do?
I'm not going to stray too far because... Okay. I'm going to inch slowly towards that direction so I won't find myself face first with this.
Brick is just like full on just running ahead, like, nope. Gotta keep him safe.
Ah, and Blake had... Okay, that's right. And that's about 30... Oh, looks like it narrows down. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna fire like a firebolt before I go, you know?
Yep.
Hold on, the sheet is being sheety. Firebolt.
That hits, of course.
That's a good roll, but a shit roll.
As well as you hit the creature with the fire, nothing changes. It takes no damage.
No damage?
No damage. They,
Fuck.
I would say absorb fire, technically speaking, but that's not the not the literal term.
Hmm.
Similar to lightning, it just goes around it. It hits it and just bursts around the body. Is that you?
I see. Yes.
So, as your turn ends, Brick's already had a run around, so technically his turn, air quotes. There is a flicker of a light ahead of you all as you see a magical circle radiate on the mountainside ahead of you, where you were originally ambushed by some of the black puddings, which is what they're called, by the way. As that circle appears, its bright light illuminating, you see large, wondrous white wings bellow out of it, and within the same second, very swiftly, you see a large creature leap out of it. Take
Oh no.
a second to look around, and then with a massive wing beat flies over, knocks this prone, and then flies,
This as in a statue?
knocks one of the big boys down.
Uh-huh.
And as it appears, helmed skull emanating a radiance of sorts. Its head looks around and it flaps its wings for a moment, blockading view of you guys behind it. In that same instance, however, a legendary action is had. Nidissa, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
This would be an intelligence saving throw.
Sorry, to be specific, with disadvantage because you are unconscious.
Do not worry, I always roll 2 dice. Why? Because I'm too stupid to fix it.
Incorrect!
There he is.
Oh no.
Not a natural failure, at least, you know?
In the as you are cradled, your eyes are closed, but somehow you can still see the fire all around you, and you can still see the creature floating above you. And in your unconscious state, I kind of already know the answer, given what your save is. But what is your intelligence, and is it less than 10?
Well, it's funny you should ask, because it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
As you look up, though your eyes are closed, you've been stabilized somewhat by your friend who's carrying you and preparing to run free with your body. You see the creature that's looking down at you, its head turns and looks towards what you can't see is a sphinx, radiating this protective aura that unfortunately doesn't radiate toward you. The creature looks toward it with a grimace and a bit of fear almost, and then its head looks down toward you. It makes this trilling sound that vibrates everything around it, and it throbs the back of your skull. It pounds and pounds as if you are getting struck by a psychic fist. And in your state, your mind can't handle it. Under normal circumstances, if your intelligence was 10 or more, you would have a negative amount of intelligence applied, and that would be that. But because it's already below 10, it's -2 as well. you take a -6 to your intelligence, which you can't afford. So because your intelligence score goes to 0, you are dead.
What?
Yep. She cannot handle the psychic intensity of a creature possibly as old as time that wants to be free. But now that it can't be free, it's going to do the next best thing and take something with it. And as this psychic scream reaches the only other mind, which, now that I say that, Halfir has to do, because he's also unconscious, he succeeds, and he will take a negative to his intelligence.
A permanent negative?
It could be. As that happens, you see his blood starts pooling out of Halfir's ears, and his body goes from a relaxed unconsciousness to a full-bodied unconsciousness. He is doing death saves, but more importantly for the moment, Nadissa, in the last few seconds of your life, as this pain is thumping your head, it's a torrent, almost like you're being set ablaze. Your consciousness, it hurts. It's too much. Your brain is almost literally on fire with the amount of information that's being thumped into it. Do you have any last words that escape your lips?
I think that this mind would flash a lot with her village in fire. All the ones she's lost, all the hard things she's been through, and she'll just like try to reach out, you know, like try to fight it. She still thinks she has to save someone right now, so like when she's getting attacked like this, she can't afford to not do it. So I guess she'd like flail her best to like try to reach out, like try to say that she'll save them.
Okay. As you say that, as your body is unconscious and your mind is being throttled, your right hand, though completely dipped down and beyond your control, starts to move as it reaches up towards the flame to grasp for something. And in your last couple of seconds of life, you feel something, and your body ignites and very quickly burns until your whole body is flames. And as a fair reaction to that, Carrick lets your body drop down. Before you even touch the water, you are this smouldering ball of fire. And in the last couple of seconds before your body would turn into a true blaze, in your place, that blaze takes on life with your will as a fire elemental. And as it slowly stands, fully born of flame and will, you will control the character when we play next time. However, the creature is a
Wait,
temporary one. As you technically you as the elemental, the last thoughts and the thing that will be the guiding will for this elemental is, I must save them. And you prepare yourself. I will say that will be that for now. Sorry.
Epic potatoes.
Happy potatoes.
Wait. Okay. For next time. I'm also tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Firstly, Stefan, I have given you control over the fire elemental.
Ah, yes.
You have access to its sheet as well. It's in NPC's elemental.
Then I can right click on the icon. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, firstly, as a note, I'm sorry that you're gone. We'll discuss a little bit more about stuff across the week. Obviously, we've already spoken somewhat.
Yeah.
But this fire elemental, because of the way it was birthed, we'll call it, just because the chances are one of us forgets, most likely me, once this creature is gone, once you've done your duty here, and the battle is over and everyone's safe, the elemental will disappear and leave in its place fire essence. It is a one-time item that can summon the fire elemental back by cracking the essence.
Ooh.
It is the one boon I will offer in return for the loss of a wondrous being such as Nidissa.
Nice.
That is that. Besides, why did you kill Nidissa? Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, why'd you kill me this?
I mean, Stefan, if you want to answer for me, that's up to you. If not, we can keep it vague.
Ooh. So that's the reason.
Well, no, I'm not gonna leave you. Never. I'll never do that. I did it for two primary reasons, actually. My idea wasn't to kill her. Actually, I was gonna have her disappear, but this works fine as well.
Mhm.
It's actually a really good ending. I actually really like that. That's a really, really cool. Very well made for the fact that Lee made it up when this started. That's actually
Yep.
pretty good. No, she didn't need to die, but she did need to be replaced. The thing is that this is really fun to play, but she's not very engaging. She's mostly kind of like a... I mean, I do stuff as her, it's not that, but she's not as engaging in an overarching plot. And as fun as it is to play a character that is... It was really fun making her, because the roles were perfect. She's stupid, but everything else she's actually kind of good at. And it was really good at that. And it's nice making like jokes with her, but like a lot of it doesn't feel nice to me to like engage with her in like an overarching plot to save the world with gods and whatnot, because she's kind of
She's funny, haha.
she's kind of like Yoshi, you know?
She's gonna need this.
Yeah. So at one way she was gonna leave. Her persona is just somebody who leaves. So either she had to like be forced away or die, and apparently she died. Well, that's fair enough. So I'm just making a new character that actually will fit more into the adventuring scene of this. But that's actually it. That's actually the...
Oh, great. Can we get a teaser? Small teaser?
Well, I do like the idea of supporting a lot. So, combat is fun for me, but it's more fun if I can boost up the party a bit. And I thought it was nice because I've heard a lot of Lee is talking about unforgiving stuff and whatnot. So I was like, well, sure, you know what? I'll tailor something that will be suited for these purposes. So alone, I'll probably not be of much use, at least not too much use. But with others, I will probably, hopefully, be able to fulfill a role in which I can help lift the party up. I guess that's basically my Yeah,
Okay,
basically something
okay.
like that. So I've been like talking with Lee about it, and we've been like doing some stuff. So that should come next session whenever we do that, and get that on the ready. And it'll be more engaging in the story to have like a character like that. So yeah.
I see. So it wasn't just Lee being Lee, so
Well,
it has a reason.
I mean, to be fair, since Pentabrish got awakened, if any of you for any reason got put unconscious, I would have sapped your intelligence right out.
Nah. I see. So good thing I wasn't them.
Nope. Because, like, if you started losing intelligence, real bad for everybody.
Yes.
Intelligent people go derp.
Mhm.
Also, Lee,
Mhm.
the Sphinx you put up, Andro Sphinx.
Mhm.
There's, look at the chat. That's also a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh, the Andro Sphinx. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I know.
I just had to put that on because I've actually got that in my binder.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, long story short, the Andro Sphinx is the, I don't know how to put it, like, spoiler, not spoiler, the final version of Solomon. Since you guys reclaimed his territory and broke the spell on him, he reclaimed his power.
Hmm.
And he has literally just
Oh,
cast
so
plane
it's
shift to
just
get to you.
things. I see. It's the same one.
Hmm. He's just reclaimed all his power. Because when
Yes.
that seal was on him, it was draining his life. And they were constantly draining his life force, the power of that stone they had. And yeah, since they're not doing that anymore, he's not trapped. He's become his true self again. Your boy is all powerful again, and he came to return the favor.
I see. I totally forgot about him.
Always remember your allies. Tut tut tut.
Always remember, it's almost midnight,
Tis.
so memory is not. No, just not.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
that is that. Solomon, did you roll 200 things? Oh my god. Yeah, we'll call it there. You have a temporary fiery ally and an Andro Sphinx at your back. So, we'll see what happens next week.
okay. Good night.
Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks for playing, everyone.
Yeah.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I killed the character, and I did not feel good about it. Because it's really unfortunate, because technically speaking, it could have been avoided. And I'm not going to lie, it was very convenient. Things played out the way they did, and she's the one who got knocked down. Oops, shush, bad fun. And she's the one who got knocked down, so that the effect could occur. But at the same time, there were a few options. Well, for starters, obviously, there was the fact that she had been given the offer to help her allies, and possibly be the sole reason for them escaping. Also, there was going to possibly be an invasion. The lovely, lovely boy Pentabrish, the infernal boy himself, was probably going to try and invade Halfir again when he went unconscious after the commune spell. Oh wait, no. It wasn't commune, it was something different, I can't remember which it was. And after he'd fallen unconscious after casting the spell outside of his, not only his spell region, but outside of his magic bracket, he was going to dive into his brain and cast all of the fireballs, all of the walls of fire, everything he could, even a lightning blast if he had to, and would have fucked everybody up, and would have stopped, if he could, the summoning of the Andro Sphinx with either like a counterspell or so on and so forth, using half his body. But, you know, either way, there's a lot of enemies on the board, and in a I can't call it good way, but in a way. At the very least, this way there is a conclusion. Even if it is the death of a beloved idiot, you have an Android Sphinx and a fire elemental at their side that they can call upon again sometime. And I may have plans for dear little Medusa in the future, but we'll have to see. She will be missed, my dear little goofball. But I think everyone will enjoy her, Stefan's next character just as much. But I guess you'll have to see next week. Bye!